I mean, we need to evenly be in the frame. Damn. How do you want to be introduced?
It don't matter really. I just, today I have a guest, and if he would come right now, hey everybody, and I come in and I swoop and I woo everybody, and I have all the women in the comments. Who is that? That's the idea.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Heavenly Made. Today we're doing a tipsy Q&A on romantic relationships. So I have my good friend Devontae here that just can't stop laughing and making this really hard. But anyway, hey Devontae.
Hi. Hi, I'm Devontae. I'm 22, and yeah.
You're making your voice so deep.
I'm not making
Hi,
it deep.
I'm Devontae.
That's not what it's
So before we get into the questions, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, follow me at The Heavenly Made on Instagram for daily motivation. Yes, I'm selling Breathe bracelets. We got them on. I have the details of how to buy those in the description box, so DM me so you can get one. But I guess let's go. All right, first question.
I didn't even laugh that time.
I know. I couldn't find it. I really couldn't find it on here. I was confused. Hold on. First question. What are your top 3 turnoffs?
I guess I would say my top 3 turnoffs are, one being arrogance. There's a fine line between arrogance and confidence. I do like confidence, but
Confidence is sexy.
as hell. But I'm sorry, I didn't even supposed to say that. Number 2, I would say, is probably physical upkeep. So keeping yourself clean and tidy. I'm not saying you gotta go get your nails done every 3 days or something like that. I do like nails, but it's nothing wrong if you don't have them. It's fine. I know plenty of girls with natural nails.
So do you like natural hair or weaves or wigs, or do you care?
I got an appreciation for natural girls. I really do. And so, but it's nothing wrong, you wear it how you want to wear it, baby. Like, it ain't nothing to it. Like, it really is, but just make sure it look decent. It looks integrated. Oh, what was my number 3?
If she not goofy.
Yeah, if she not goofy, like if she doesn't like to laugh, if she's very serious all the time, I don't really find that, nice to be around. Like, I like to have fun. I like to laugh. Like, anybody that knows me knows I like to smile and laugh. So if you can't do that a lot with me, if you like to just be all about business 24/7, then nah. Head over heels. That's my song, boy. Oh God.
All right, so my top 3 turnoffs would have to be, I guess the first one would be if the man doesn't have any goals. Like, he has to be he has to be business minded, because I'm about my business and I'm trying to start my own business, and I need a partner in crime. Like, I don't mind being the breadwinner of the household, but like, if we over here making millions and you ain't got a job, the least you could do is, help me with some contracts or something.
So what you're saying is you wouldn't mind having a stay-at-home husband, is what you're saying.
I'm saying both of us are gonna stay at home. Number 2, I cannot stand immaturity. That is so unattractive to me. I guess because I'm like at an age where I'm like, I need to find me a husband. So it's like, if you're immature and I'm so serious all the time, well, I'm not like serious all the time. I'm goofy, but at the same time, I handle my business. I know when to be goofy and I know when to handle my business. Number 3.
What would be number 3? Don't look at me.
I don't know. Ooh.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of all of the failed DM slidings that I've seen.
She ain't calling no names, but
I like when guys are straightforward. So like, if a guy likes to like play around the bush and stuff like that, I cannot deal with it. I'm excellent at communicating. So if you can't communicate with me, then we got a freaking problem. Like, we can't be together if you're not gonna talk to me and you feel like you gotta hide stuff from me. Like,
communication is key.
Next question. Are you okay with a woman proposing to you?
No.
You want me to get my knees dirty? What? You want me to buy you a ring?
I mean, hey, well, you know, hey, if the bank account is kind of...
If his bank account ain't together, we don't need to be getting married anyway.
Oh.
So how do you feel about prenuptial agreements?
You know what? Whatever my wife wants. It could go either way, you know what I'm saying? And it really boils down to how well you know your partner.
So
honestly.
let's just say that you're about to get married to this woman, and y'all been together for a minute, and you're very sure about this woman.
What's a minute?
However long you need to marry her.
Okay.
And would you make her sign a prenuptial agreement? Like, would you bring it to her attention? Would you want to get one of those if you were very sure about this woman?
Honestly,
you personally,
of course, I'm gonna be sure about it if I'm bringing up marriage.
Exactly.
So, but honestly, it would come up. It would come up. You know, whether that's me bringing it up or it's her bringing it up. You know, and so it's gonna come up regardless. Like, I know it is, at least for me in my relationship, in the future, it's gonna come up. So,
if my fiance asked me about a prenuptial agreement, we ended the marriage. Like, we're not about to get married because obviously, like, you don't trust me enough. Obviously, like, you're not ready to be with me for you're not ready to be with me for the rest of your life if you have that much doubt in our relationship. Like, when you get married, you make a promise to me that you're finna be with me till we die. And for you to want to sign a prenuptial agreement, you're saying, okay, this is just in case we aren't together, but it doesn't matter what problems we're having. We're supposed to work it out through thick and thin. So why we gotta sign this agreement?
And you know, another thing I thought of, like, it really shouldn't even require that, because even if the unfortunate were to happen and y'all were to split up years down the road, to say like that, after marriage, get a divorce, whatever, like, would it, if y'all are really, in love with each other, and y'all love each other, y'all care about each other, does it really take all the excess, all the outside stuff like lawyers and all that type of stuff? You know what you brought in, you know what you didn't bring in, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what you brought to the table, you know what you need to leave with, if it comes to that, so
hopefully you don't marry somebody trifling.
Basically. The next question is, what if your partner decided to be celibate after having sexual relations previously in the relationship? I already got my answer.
I don't know what to tell him because that's not happening. I'm being dead serious. Like, okay, I understand if you need to take time, and I mean, you need to get closer to your faith or whatever the reason may be, but baby, I got needs. Now, okay, look, if you want to get closer to your faith, we can go to church together. We can read the Bible. But, like, at the end of the day, we didn't already had sexual relations, so why are you deciding in the middle of the relationship that you don't want to have sex anymore? It would make me feel kind of offended, like it has something to do with more than what you're saying it actually is,
I'm actually the opposite. It's shocking, right? Like, I'm the opposite.
Right.
Because if I were to have a girl and she said, babe, I know we've been doing this and that, but I think we need to chill out for a second. I think we just, we need to go celibate for a second. It may shock her too, but, like, I'm completely okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I really am. Like, don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I like to, dibble and dabble, but, like, it's completely okay with me because, I don't want to do anything that will make her uncomfortable with her current state of mind, because, like, after some communication, like I said, she could be trying to get closer to God. She could be trying to just do something, different, make herself feel like, just something going on with her personally that I need to respect as the man in the relationship. And so, if she says, hey, chill out, let's chill out on sex for a little bit. I don't want to, partake anymore for a while, or until we get married or whatever, whatever the case may be, I'm completely okay with that, I actually had this happen to me before. It failed, but, like, it actually tried to happen like that. So,
can trust be restored in a relationship?
I tell you right now, one thing that it can't be restored after is if you cheat on me. Sorry.
Agreed.
That is my number one thing that I don't tolerate in a relationship, because it encompasses everything that I despise in a relationship. You lied, you actually cheated, you were intimate with somebody else, and intimacy doesn't have to mean physical, but you stepped outside this agreement that we made with each other, and you can't be trusted. Like, you violated so many things, and you know what I'm saying, you kind of broke a piece of me as a person, you know. So like, that's one instance where trust cannot be restored. You cheat on me, you have to go. That's it, point blank, period.
For me, I feel like women are more forgiving than men. Just like seeing my relationships and like the things that I would tolerate, but then like the things that we do.
Okay.
We really do.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, because I've seen women like forgive men after like a whole cheating soiree. Like,
stupid.
I get that. At the same time, like, I feel like a man would be less likely. You know, they have that double standard of, if a man cheats, then he don't really mean it. It's just for the sex. But if the woman cheats, she really meant it. Like, she really love him. I don't necessarily agree. But now, if I was actually in that scenario, I don't know if I would ever really be able to get over the fact that he cheated on me. Like, I don't know if I'd like ever personally be okay. Like, I don't know if I would ever stop worrying about it, you know? But at the same time, I might be able to. I really never, it would take years. It would take years and lots of flowers.
You know, and if, like, the thing is, like, with that, if you're gonna feel that way, you know, if you feel like, I'm not gonna be able to get over this, you know, and you tried, don't stay.
Yeah.
Don't stay, because you're gonna end up making that other person miserable. Even if they're trying to correct and do the right thing from that point forward, it's not gonna matter, because you're still holding on to what happened before. So if you're not gonna get past it, you gotta move on. Does your partner have to have the same faith as you?
No, not at all. Because me being spiritual and not necessarily religious, like, I'm very adaptable when it comes to what type of faith my partner has. So for me, I don't want to get too much into what I believe, but I believe that at the core, everyone kind of believes in the same thing. So I'm open to like going to church. I'm open to prayer. I'm open to reading the Bible with you, like, if that's something that you're really passionate about. So I don't necessarily care, like, if you're Buddhist, if you're Christian, Islamic, whatever it may be. I'll support you in all your endeavors. And I feel like we can still connect on the same level. So that's not necessarily like a deal breaker for me.
It is for me. I can't, you know, like, in terms of being my partner, being my wife, you know, being my lifelong companion, you gotta be in the same faith as me. You know, you gotta have your relationship with the Lord going too, you know. And it's not to talk about, you know, like, if you have a different belief system. I mean, I'm not passing judgment on anybody. If you Buddhist, if you Islamic, if you know, like, if you are a different religion, a different belief system, hey, that's you. You know, like, I'm not passing judgment on you. I'm not saying, like, you know, I'm not the one to judge, you know, at the end of the day. But with me personally, yeah, you gotta be in love with the Lord too. I'm sorry, you know, like, I hate to sound old school. I hate to sound like somebody grandpa, but, you know, like, it's something that's deeply personal, deeply serious with me, you know, in my relationship with the Lord. Like, I gotta have that same thing going with my partner, you know.
You couldn't date somebody like me?
Oh, shoot.
Oh, no. If she was willing to go to church with you, to pray with you, but she didn't necessarily believe, like, in the idea of religion, but she does it because, like, she can still, for me, okay, I can take the good out of church. Like, when I go to church, I don't necessarily follow a lot of the beliefs, but at the core, I was raised in a Christian family. So of course, like, my morals, they align with the same thing. It's just like, I think differently as far as who God is and all of that. But that's something else. But, like, so you wouldn't be able to compromise with that? Or is it just like...
Now with that, see, the way you're making it sound like, your unique relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
That's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, because everybody's walk is different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna preach, but, like, everybody's walk is different. Everybody's relationship is unique and different. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's okay, you know, like what, like that's what I meant by like a similar track, you know what I'm saying? I understand people like, you know, people don't like, you know, necessarily going to church because, you know, people and the different practices they do, you know, depending on what church you go to, that's, you know, differences in denominations and all that type of stuff. So I understand, you know, people don't like the whole idea of like church, you know what I'm saying? Like that, I understand that, you know. So like with that, yeah, we can work with that. You know, that's fine, you know. Yeah.
So we could date.
Alright.
Alright, so that's that. If you want to see Devontae back here on Heavenly Mate, go ahead and comment and let us know a topic that you want to talk about. Go ahead and like, comment,
and subscribe. Hit the little bell too, so you know when she posts.
I didn't even know that there was a bell. That's crazy. There's a bell.
The notification system.
Hit it.
Have that enabled.
Go follow me on Instagram at The Heavenly Maid. I hope that I put it right here. I post inspiration, love, and positivity every single day. So if you need a little bit of pep in your step during the day, I'm for you. Follow Heavenly Maid. And if you want a wristband, in the description box, it says breathe. $1.
If you find the little brown girl floating on a cloud, that's the page.
All right, my angels, I will catch you next time. And as always, stay heavenly.